Hey, fire signs, how are you? It is January the 6th, Sunday, and I'm going to be doing your weekly reading for all the fire signs. And if you notice that this was live, I did record it live to save me some time in processing, but it's actually just a private thread. I didn't broadcast live, so you didn't miss anything. First of all, thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I've got quite a few, and I really appreciate all of you guys. And thank you so much to all my existing subscribers who have been awesome about commenting and sharing, liking the post, and also some of you guys who have signed up to have healing sessions done with me. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope that you are really liking the work that I've been doing with you guys. So I appreciate you, and I am gonna do all of the elements again for this week. Soon I'm setting up a Patreon page, and so I will be making some more offerings at that time. And I will announce that when that is more of a reality. Okay. So for right now, we're going to do fire signs for this week. January 6th through the 12th, I think, is next Saturday. All right. So we're going to start off with Aries. I'm going to go ahead and actually do each of the signs. So we're going to start off with Aries. Also want to just mention that there's about 24 hours left to order my reading special, which will be in the info box below, but it's $30 and it can be ordered on my website, which is IamEmilyGear.com. It is a 17 card pull for 2019, the major themes coming up for you personally in 2019. Okay. So for Aries, for the week ahead, cards for Aries for the week ahead, please. Aries, sun, moon, or rising sign, or Venus, if this turns out to be a reading for love or relationships. I don't specifically focus on that, but of course, that's what a lot of people want to know about, so sometimes that comes through. All right, Aries for January 6th through the 12th. Three cards, please. Three cards for Aries, please. One more card for Aries. And that was two. Every time I ask for one more card, they just never can help themselves. Okay, so these go together. So we have, for Aries, we have the Five of Pentacles with the Strength card. And the ones that came out together are the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. You see those with the glare? Sorry. Need to figure out the lighting situation. All right, Aries. You know, this has been a really tough weekend. I know I had a really bad weekend. I shouldn't say bad. I had a very transitional weekend. For me, like, I feel like, I don't know, there was just a lot of healing that needed to happen. A lot of the feeling of loneliness was like just really intense, honestly, for me. I'm not an Aries and I don't really have it in many places in my chart, but I'm kind of seeing that in your cards. So that's why I bring that up. I feel like, you know, you've had to power through in some ways a situation or situations where you're just sort of feeling like you're on the outside, like you're on the outskirts, and that you are just one in a mass of people, and it's like your feeling of individuality is you're not getting to experience all the time the fullness of that feeling of individuality and growth and expansion. I feel like it's been kind of a difficult time of feeling very much like you are lost in a crowd. The feeling of being lost is kind of what's coming up here. But I do feel like you know that this is a phase. You have the strength of character to work through that, or this is helping you, because Aries is the sign of the individual. I think that's so weird that individuality came up. So it's almost as if, you're really being asked to dig deep, to look for your true essence and allow this individuality. I'm looking at this dragon, which is kind of in the place of where the lion would be in the traditional tarot, um, to kind of tame this demon, to sort of control um, control this sense of needing to express your ego. Um, and there is a sense of control. Uh, I don't think you like the feeling of not being an individual, not having some kind of attention, or not, if you are depending, I mean, of course, all kinds of different aspects play a part in your personality. But I'm feeling that this week you might not be liking the feeling of not being seen, and you might be trying to make yourself take a different position. It's almost like here we have truth with the Seven of Pentacles, which to me is about like trying to see a situation for what it is. And knowing, I just get the feeling that you're waiting something out, which is why you're making yourself sort of stand back a little bit this week, okay? So it's like you're waiting a situation out before making yourself known, before bursting upon the scene, okay? Um, because the Ace of Swords comes out here, I tend to think that this is a wise move, that laying in wait a little bit, watching to see how things develop is probably the smart way to play this. And so I feel like you're doing that this week, as much as you dislike not being the center of attention, okay? So go ahead and take a back seat a little bit, maybe relax into it, see how it feels to not be always in the forefront. And that's not to say every Aries on the planet always wants to be in the forefront and always wants all the attention. But there's that aspect of self in the Aries archetype, which wants to express its ego and express its identity. So I'm hearing something about Capricorn, and maybe the placement of Capricorn is asking you to take a step back, even while the placement of Mars is making you want to really rush forward. So it's like a balance of controlling the two while you wait to see the truth of the situation. Okay. So I hope that resonates with you. I'm not going to make these very long because I want to be able to do all the signs individually. So that was you, Aries. Let me actually, since we're not specifically doing love and romance, let me pull a romance angels card for every sign as we go through, okay? These are not my favorite cards, but people like them, so I'm going to use them. All right, Aries, love and romance for Aries, please. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay. So if this resonates with you, if you've recently met somebody, or you have, you're in a relationship with somebody and your gut is telling you this could really be something good, then this is sort of confirmation that you're on track with that. Okay. So that's your love and romance message for this week. All right. Next, we're going to move on to Leo. All right, what messages do we have for Leo for this week? This is Leo sun, moon, rising sign, or even Venus sign. My Venus is in Leo, so I often watch the Leo readings. Good Lord. Okay, one. Leo, please. Leo for this week. Leo for this week, please. One more, please. Leo for this week. One more, please. One more for Leo for this week. Too many. Way too many. One more, please. Just one. One more for Leo, please. Okay, if it doesn't come out in the next couple seconds, we're going to go with two. You guys, too many. All right, we're going to take them, but I'm going to give a really general reading on them. All right, so the first two that came out are the Page of Cups with the Moon. Page of Cups with the Moon. All right. And here I'm feeling like there's a deep sense of emotional, I'm honestly getting there's a lot of emotional wounding coming up. It could be because we just had the new moon and the moon card is here, and then the emotional wounding is often buried deep within us and can be pulled up by the energies that surround the various moon phases. But I'm just inside my heart, I'm feeling this sense of issues surrounding childhood in the family. So it could be, honestly, I'm feeling father issues, but it could be mother issues as well, just looking at this cup here, or not this cup, this card. And I do feel like some of these things have come up or are coming up this week for us to take a look at and really clear to move forward in our emotional development and in our relationships, because of the way that our upbringing affects our relationships, often in ways that we don't even anticipate. It's like I'm looking at the reflection, this woman's reflection in the water where the moon is showing, and it's like it shows up reflected in bits of your life where you would not necessarily expect it to be. And so notice that this week when things are coming up, how it relates back to your inner child and the wounding you would have received from mother and father, because nobody got out of childhood without that. That's just humanity, okay? And so that's coming up for healing this week. It's like she's sort of investigating the sludge going through the spoon here that she pulled out of the cup, right? So that's kind of like looking at the space where the healing is needed in the heart. The ones that came out together are Santa Muerte, which is I believe it's the death. Yeah, it is. It's the death card in this deck. Queen of Wands, the Fool, and this is the Nine of Cups. Okay. And so taking all of these together after this, I feel that, you receive a brand new beginning with the Fool here, and a new sense of empowerment and a brand new start, like a transformation. I was just talking about, feeling like this weekend was very transformational. And it's like, if you are able to get in there and really look at the wounding and really are able to transmute that, you are able to create a brand new energy around yourself, which is focused in self-empowerment and the manifestation of one's dreams, or a treasure, a treasure within yourself, your own treasure. Okay. And that comes about through this transformation and the new beginning that you get from the healing of these hidden aspects, the aspects that you will have to focus on to pull out and heal, probably a mother or father wound or both. Okay. Leo, I hope that makes sense for you for this week. I'm going to go ahead and pull a Romance Angels card for you. So this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Card for Leo, please. Unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So this may be about, this may literally be about that, okay? So, and you're going to know it if this is what this relationship is, if this is the road this relationship's going down, okay? It might also be that you or the other person or both of you are sort of blocking, putting up walls, all right, because of this heart wound. If you have this heart wound, you're absolutely going to keep repelling true love, okay? So once you deal with this heart wound, you will be able to attract in the people who are going to be right for you. And that still could be this person. It's just that this wounding needs to be cleared before there is a healthy exchange of that energy, okay? All right, I hope that is meaningful for you, Leo. And now let's move on to Sagittarius. Okay. 3 cards, please, for Sagittarius for this week. January 6th through the 12th-ish. Sagittarius for this week. Cards for Sagittarius, please, for this week. Week ahead for Sagittarius, please. Week ahead for Sagittarius. Oh, for God's sakes. Way too many. Way too many, Sagittarius. That was half the deck. You don't get half the deck. I'm sorry. I'd love to read half the deck for you. I cannot do it. At least not in the time allowed. Okay. So, let's go back. 2 more for Sagittarius, please. All right. One more, please, for Sagittarius. Okay. Oh God, this is okay. Well, this was another like clump of 5. We're gonna do it like we did Leo. All right, we're gonna read them afterwards. Interesting. Okay. So the first 2 that came out are the World with the Ace of Pentacles. All right, so this is very interesting. You're getting a very clear ending here. Something is wrapping up. It's done. It's completed. It's a cycle. It's a big cycle. So you're going to know what this is, okay? You're going to know if this is like you already planning to kind of leave a job, if you're moving out of an apartment or a house, if you're leaving a relationship, if you're ending like some kind of legal battle. I mean, legal stuff doesn't necessarily come up with the World, but it's just like the end, the successful completion of a cycle, okay? This is a big cycle. This could be something you've been doing for the last 20 years, okay? It could be something you've been doing for the last year. So it could really be big or small, but it could be very big. But with that, with the end of whatever this was, you're getting a brand new beginning. Um, and this really could be anything. It's the Ace of Pentacles. It's almost like the minor arcana version of the sun. And so whatever it is brings you great joy. It's related to the physical world. So in that way, it could be a new job. It could be a new job offer. It could be, but it could even go into the realm of a very stable, very positive new relationship. Okay, so it could be any of those things. Again, you're going to probably know, because we're only talking about the span of a week, what those things are for you. It is unlikely to be a new cycle with the cycle that just closed here with the world. It could be, but with the world, I feel like there's a definite ending here. And this is a new beginning outside of that cycle. Okay. So that's coming up for you this week, which is really awesome, especially because we are moving through various lunar cycles right now. And so it just really kind of plays well on our general biology and the rhythms of the cosmos to have your cycles ending and beginning at the same time. So what you got in this whole clump of cards here, is this going to be the 6 or the 9? I believe this is the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, to be honest, it's very hard to tell if this is 6 or 9. I don't know which way it's oriented on the card, because that's the only indication I have is that little number there. Actually, how are the others oriented? Okay, sorry, this is the 9. This is the 9 of Pentacles. This is the 8 of Cups. This gives actually a pretty big story here. Judgment. Yeah, you can see it better that way. Strength. And the 10 of Wands. Okay, so we have yet another successful completion of a cycle. Okay, this is the ending of something that became very overwhelming, very much draining your energy to the point where you were exhausted and you had to set it down. You had to employ a huge amount of strength to get there. So to complete this cycle, you had to employ a huge amount of strength, and it brought to you a kind of renewal and a kind of awakening that you experienced through the difficulties that took place in the cycle. Okay. At the end, in the end, the ending, you chose to move away from something because it was too emotionally, you were emotionally done with it. It was not emotionally fulfilling. You could see that it was not going to be, you no longer wanted to give your emotional energy to it. Okay. It's like you're now leaving on a journey to go and learn something, learn whatever it is that you need, go and find something, go and find your dreams, go and find what you want. And that takes you then to this 9 of Pentacles energy, which this is very interesting because normally I think about the 9 of Pentacles as like a certain amount of success. And while that success might be a little bit, it might be a little lonely at the top, you do have success and you still have the chance to move on to the 10 of Pentacles, right? For this, with looking at this card, I really get this feeling that you might feel a little bit buried in everything that you have had to do, had to accomplish, had to build, had to had to put your energy into in order to create whatever you created. As an aspect of moving away from this. Okay, so there is an aspect of feeling a little bit crushed under the weight of everything you've just been through. But I will say that with the world and the Ace of Pentacles, I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think this is just maybe These all came out in a storyline because it's a little bit like what you're feeling. Okay, I feel like this is what you're going through emotionally. But the reality of the situation is you're getting a very positive new beginning. Okay, so let's get your Romance Angels card for Sagittarius. This one wanted to pop. Trust. This situation is calling you to have faith. Okay, so for any of you who are dealing with romantic situations, it may be that you simply need to trust in the general goodness of other people. Trust in the divine that you're being led down the right path. Um, Trust that you're safe and protected in your emotional pursuits. And I feel by looking at these cards, you may not have always had the easiest time. It looks like there was something very difficult that you recently ended or are ending. And so it's important to place trust in the divine because you have been divinely guided to make these moves, and therefore you will be protected in following that. Things go wrong when we don't listen to our guidance, okay? So I hope that was helpful. And thank you guys so much for subscribing and sharing and commenting. Let me know if this resonated and if you would like me to do more of these kinds of readings, okay? Because I don't usually do them again if I don't hear from people. All right, guys, thank you so much. And I'll talk to you maybe next week. Who knows? See you soon. Bye.